Yeah, this is such a tough place to come in and play. I think the team fought hard. Now at this point, it's about turning our focus to the next game. It's such a long season, and we have so many more games ahead of us. It's how we can respond to this result today.
And obviously, coming off the bench, you always kind of have to stay ready and everything like that. But you made your NWSL regular season debut here at Providence Park. Just give us your emotions on how that feels to knock that off the list.
My head's all over the place at the moment. Honestly, I don't really know if I can pinpoint a singular emotion. I'm really honored, especially being from Orlando, just to be able to represent the city.
Great, and we will go ahead and go to the Zoom and go to Austin.
Hey Mac, just kind of going off of that, with your performance last year in the Summer Cup, that kind of gave you a taste of what it would be like in NWSL play, but how does that compare to this experience?
Yeah, I think it was a really good preparation, but this is definitely a whole new ball game. There's a lot of emotion and adrenaline going at this level, and I just kind of relied on my teammates to be able to calm myself in that moment. I'm really grateful that I'm surrounded by teammates that lift you up in those moments.
And to come in that moment to then be in front of the entire Portland Thorns supporters section where you can hear them throughout the game, just what was that experience like to be able to have your first minutes to have that coming behind you?
Yeah, I kind of was always told something growing up, and that like butterflies are natural and they're meant to be for a competitor. So I just kind of embraced that feeling and ran with it, and was again leaning on teammates around me, not trying to focus on the outside noise.
Just mentality wise, coming into a game after Anna comes out, what are you telling yourself in that moment?
Just that do your best for the team. That's what matters, and do my job as best as I can.
What does the team need to do now, kind of coming off of a game like this to, you know, get back on track?
Yeah, we'll evaluate what happened and move forward from there. Just focus on being us again. I think that that's really the key for us to be successful throughout the rest of the year.
Thanks, Mac.
Thank you, Mac. Trying to wrap up today, we are joined by head coach Seb Hines. Seb, hard fought match here in Portland. Unfortunate result. Just give us your initial thoughts following the match.
Yeah, disappointed with the result. Of course, when you give Portland an opportunity to take the lead, it's very difficult to get back into the game. We tried, but it wasn't enough to get anything out of the game.
The game did see Mac make her regular season debut and saw Zara get her first NWSL start. Can you just kind of speak to their performances and also Mac obviously having to come off the bench there in a tough environment?
Yeah, I think they're the main positives out of the game. Giving Zara the first opportunity to start the game in a hostile environment, and being tested in certain situations. I thought she did very well for her first NWSL start. And Mac's been waiting a long time for that opportunity. And it's in a way that we didn't want it to happen. Obviously, you never want to see a player get injured, but Mac's she's been patient, waiting for this opportunity, and I thought she did well when she came on.
We'll go and go to Austin David on the Zoom.
Seb, just within that second half, obviously Portland playing with a lead, kind of bunkering a bit and really taking away a lot of the space for you guys. Just how knowing that teams are going to be playing like that against you and trying to cut off those counterattacking opportunities, and how do you kind of go about just adapting more to taking those wing spaces and really trying to expand the spacing?
Yeah, you've got to try and create it. You've got to move. You've got to, unselfish runs. You've got to be proactive rather than reactive. And I felt today Portland were one step ahead of us in their defensive structure. We didn't create too many opportunities. They were well organized. And yeah, you've got to find different ways, and we had different solutions within the run of the game, changing different build up shapes. But yeah, it wasn't enough to get that equalizer.
We kind of talked about it earlier in the week of just teams playing very differently against you. Did you feel that Portland kind of shifted their model a little bit compared to how they've been playing?
No, but I think one thing that we have to take into account is behaviors, different attitude to play against us. Every team knows that they're in for a game, so they put their best game ahead, and we have to understand that. And again, it can't be moments where we're reacting. We have to, be proactive both in possession and out of possession. Read what tendencies the players have, and try and manipulate it in certain ways. And I felt we fell short today in that essence.
5 subs or 5 changes in the starting lineup coming into this game. What was kind of the thought and just kind of shifting things around a little bit?
Yeah, I think every player at this club has different qualities, and we want to utilize their qualities in positive positions. So yeah, we made changes. We also have players who are on restricted minutes as well. As they're coming back from injury or a little bit match fitness is a bit away. So we have to manage that. You have to manage travel. You have to manage turf. You have to manage so many different aspects of the game behind the scenes. So yeah, within the 5 subs, give players an opportunity to go out there and express themselves whilst also trying to get fresh legs on the field.
Thanks, Seb.
Thanks, Seb.
Cheers.